Hey guys, so I'm in my garden at the moment and I had to step away because I just felt like I really needed to say this for somebody or anybody. It is okay. It's okay to take a break. You don't have to be strong all the time. Sometimes you feel like, oh man, if I tell somebody that I need help, it makes me feel weak, or however you're feeling. You may feel like you need a vacation, or you're just dealing with a lot and you don't have anybody to talk to or nobody to rely on. You are not alone. But I wanted to give you some strength and some encouragement, hopefully, because I'm a businesswoman, I'm a wife, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I just got back from taking the kids on a homeschool field trip, and I'm going to be honest, you guys, sometimes you feel like you're running on empty. After you made breakfast, after you made lunch, after you fixed a snack, and then you still haven't ate. It's like you look up, it's 4, you still haven't eaten, and then you have to think about dinner. That is my struggle every day. Every day, you guys, I swear, dinner kills me. Like when it's time to think about dinner, I'm just like, my brain is out of there. But I wanted to tell you it's okay. You do not have to feel like you're doing it all along. And it's okay to rest, it's okay to take a break, it's okay to be honest with yourself. Um, I found the most peace, honestly, I found the most peace resting. And I'm trying to find somewhere to sit down so I can really, really talk to you. Um, and there's wasps everywhere, so bear with me, you guys. But I found the most peace by resting, and it didn't come easy. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way to go. I have birds, wasps, bees, everything in the garden right now. So like I said, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, homeschool, run a business, and the business too, you guys, had picked up. So if 2 years ago, we opened up a it's like a jungle. We've opened up a flower shop, and we were only there 6 months, but within that 6 months, the business grew. Several thousand people, celebrities and stuff, were looking for our flower shop, and we needed to expand, but we didn't want to do so at that location. Um, and so I just felt like God had something better in store. And hopefully there's no bees over here so I can sit down and really talk to y'all. Um, oh, goodness. Okay. The garden has grown and the weeds have grown even more. So, yeah. So then business has picked up tremendously. I think just like a week and a half ago, I just got done designing for Amazon Music, and so I have a couple more projects, and in between projects and weddings and all of these things, I still have to make time for the kids, my husband, and sometimes I feel like I'm just running on empty, and it feels like, when is there time for Jasmine? Like, when do I rest? When do I take a break? And it was hard for me to hear, because it's like, hey, Mother's Day was right around the corner. And so I was like, hey, that's like the bulk of, the flower business. Like, that's where you can make a lot of money in just one day, selling flowers for Mother's Day. But at the same time, I've worked every single Mother's Day, and I was like, hey, I deserve a break. I deserve my flowers too. I deserve time, with my family, with my kids. And so I was struggling with that, and God was just like, just rest, take a break. And I was like, say what, Lord? Like, are you really telling me that? And I was really worried. I was like, okay, so what's gonna happen with the business? What's gonna happen if I take a break, if I rest? And I struggle with it, and my body started to break down, you guys. I didn't know like how much stress I was carrying. And so the Lord sat me down. But you guys, I've learned, to be more obedient to the Lord. It's okay to rest. Do not feel like you have to do it and be strong and do everything on your own. Now, if you have to do things on your own, that's one thing. But there's also, you will find strength in the Lord. He will be your strength. And so that has just given me a lot of comfort, knowing that during my hard times and times where I just feel like I just need somebody, I just need comfort, I need some loving, I need some, you know, shielding and stuff like that too. God is always there. And I know it may sound cliche and all of that. Okay, so prime example to you guys, I'm sitting on my picnic table. So the same place where I was sitting, where I was like, Lord, okay, I'm taking a break. I'm not answering phone calls. I'm temporarily closed. I posted that on Google. People are still reaching out to me. What do I do? And I was worried. I was like, how's the business going to make it? How's it going to expand if I'm doing nothing? And I was like, okay, Lord, I'm trying to be obedient to you. You told me to rest, to take a break, but I'm worried. I'm scared. And it wasn't until like a few days later, I had finally got into the swing of telling people no. And I don't know why, but for a lot of us women, even men, whoever it may be, whoever's listening to this, sometimes it's hard to tell people no. You could be tired, you could have your last dollar, you could be hungry, whatever it is. And for some reason, why is that? Like, why is it so hard for us to tell people no, especially when we know, like, we need the break or we need the money or whatever it may be, or we need the time? So I want you to think about that, because we're important, we have to put ourselves at that spectrum as well. We're providing and doing things for everybody else, but why not for the main special person, which is yourself? And so I was sitting on the picnic table, and I always do this when I come to the garden. I sit down and I talk to the Lord, and I said, Lord, you know what, I'm letting go of fear, and I'm gonna trust you. Ugh. Ah. I mean, he's God, he's God, but that's not easy. It's not easy, number one, to let go. And two, a lot of us don't admit it, but we have a lot of fear. There's things that we're dealing with from childhood or whatever it may be, or past traumas. And so you have fears of different things, like, oh, okay, if I'm not doing this, what if this happens? Or if I don't give them this money, what's going to happen? Or if I don't do this, you wonder about the relationships you might lose, or just whatever it may be. But we have to let go of that fear, and we have to trust God. So that's the number one thing too. So I let go of fear, and I trusted God. And two, his goodness and his mercy will follow you. So with me letting go of fear of what's going to happen to the business because I'm taking a break, God's goodness and his mercy followed me. And I've had people calling me, reaching out on the website, emailing me, and I finally said, okay, like, who is this? Why does this person keep, messaging me, calling me, or whatever? And it was a super cool opportunity. So when you decide to let go and trust God, stop feeling like you have to put in all this work. Like, stop feeling like you gotta work hard to play hard and all that. Like, that is so played out, because you work hard and you're gonna be tired. Like, you don't want to work so hard that you can't enjoy. But the most important thing I wanted to tell you is that it is okay. You have to put yourself first. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind. If you feel like you need a nap, take a nap. If you feel like, hey, I've made breakfast, lunch, and a snack, and dinner is probably some hot dogs, it's okay. I don't know how to cook hot dogs, but anyway, a lot of my family members laugh at me, but it is the truth, you guys. I don't know how to cook what we call weenies or hot dogs, whatever you call it. I call it weenies. I don't know how to cook weenies. I cook food, like stews and corned beef and, you know, okra yams. Like I cook soul food, I cook food. So, but that's one thing I don't know how to cook. But I'm just being honest with you guys, and sometimes it's just hard for us, you know, to admit, oh my gosh, like I'm tired, I'm stressed out. Number one, go to the Lord, talk to the Lord about it. Because when you feel like everybody else is busy, everybody else is living their life, who can I call? Who's going to listen to me? God. I don't know how many times I've walked around this garden or sat here on this picnic table talking to the Lord. It looks like I'm talking to myself, but I'm praying. I'm talking to Him because, you know, I have children around. I try not to put stress on my husband and things like that. And sometimes you just feel like, am I being a little crazy? You know, like, why is this bothering me? And sometimes you feel like, who do I talk to, because they may not understand. God understands. He's always there. And I wanted to just, you know, tell you guys, because I literally left out the kitchen because I was like, you guys, I can't even think about dinner right now. So I was like, I wonder who else feels this way. But it's okay to be tired. Listen to your body, take time for yourself. But ultimately, if you're feeling tired and you're not able to rest because you have the fear of what's going to happen if I take a rest, or what's going to happen if I say no because I need a break from this, you're doing it all wrong. Been there, done that. But I found the most peace, you guys, when I let go of fear and I trusted God. So I hope that this helps you to whatever you're dealing with. You know, I get it. You know, been married 13 years, 14 years. I think we've known each other 14 years. I have 4 children. I'm a homeschool mom. I do a lot. I get it. If you're tired, I get it. Exhausted, I get it. You know, afraid of certain things, I get it. But we're all human, you know. But the one who ultimately gets it is the Lord. So go to Him in prayer. Talk to Him. Release whatever you need to release. Take time for yourself, but trust the Lord. So I hope this helps you. I'm going to finish enjoying the garden and talk to the Lord. So I hope this helps you guys. And as always, you guys, I'm wishing you guys peace, love, and flowers. So see you guys in the next one.